In the wake of the open-ended ceasefire agreed by Israeli and Palestinian groups, Ben Caspit in Al Monitor states there are no real winners, whereas Samuel Berger and Stephen Hadley in the Washington Post opine that a permanent ceasefire may require the Palestinian Authority's return to Gaza. Ben Caspit discusses the 17-year ongoing saga between Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Hamas's political bureau chief Khaled Mashal. To justify the deaths and devastation in Gaza, Hamas political bureau chief Khaled Mashal needed an achievement. Caspit writes, having climbed a high horse, he brought about unprecedented devastation to Gaza, as well as some 2,000 fatalities. On top of that, he also lost two of his greatest strategic assets, the tunnels and the rockets, and led to the extreme isolation of Hamas in the Arab world. Mashal faced two problems from making any significant gains, he argues, Israel and Egypt. He writes Israel, for obvious reasons, has its citizens to defend. And what about Egypt? The same applies. Hamas has long been declared the enemy of the Egyptian people. Its president, General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, has vowed revenge on Hamas. The Egyptians are having a great time with the current turn of events, having no intention of handing Mashal a ladder to climb down or giving him a hand. So Mashal continued to vacillate. However, the more he continued, the worse the situation for his people in Gaza became. He adds Netanyahu, too, has his share of problems. The Israeli school year is slated to begin next week on September the 1st. The residents of the Gaza periphery have, by and large, evacuated their homes. The tourist industry is paralyzed and economy taking its beating. He states the Prime Minister's approval ratings are plummeting. He asks which of the two, Netanyahu or Mashal, will reach his breaking point first. He concludes, it is too early to say who wins, who loses, and what the strategic repercussions of Operation Protective Edge will be. What is clear, however, is who did pay a price. The Palestinian people, with thousands of fatalities and casualties. The Israeli people, with dozens of dead soldiers. An entire region that was bombed and turned into a semi-deserted frontier, and peace proponents from both sides. Samuel Berger and Stephen Hadley write in the Washington Post that the only way the fragile ceasefire can survive is to let the Palestinian Authority and its security forces back into Gaza. The article states that Hamas forced the PA out of Gaza in 2007, but in the West Bank, the PA's security forces have proved relatively effective in maintaining security. There has been good cooperation with Israeli security forces, and considerable progress has been made in building the governmental institutions of a potential Palestinian state. The article states, for Israel, the PA's return to Gaza offers the best hope for preventing the resumption of rocket, missile and tunnel attacks on Israel. Over time, PA security forces could take control of the heavy weapons now in the hands of Hamas and other terrorist groups and begin to disband their militias. The authors suggest that the PA unity government should appoint a cabinet-level team to oversee the rebuilding of housing, factories and public facilities that were destroyed by the war. This team should simultaneously be charged with reform of Gaza's governmental institutions to make them more accountable, effective and aligned with those in the West Bank. Implementing a permanent Gaza ceasefire along these lines could open up opportunities on the West Bank. The article positively concludes that it is in Israel's interest for Palestinians to see the PA assume more control. It will enhance Palestinian confidence that the two-state solution can become a reality. For more updates, please visit levant.tv and subscribe to MidEast In-Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.